To, to. Those souls are falling down with the speed of thought by default. It's time to know, my beautiful golden souls, my beautiful by default. And of course, we are destroying those souls. That's why I'm starting. We said good evening with to. Everything is way by default. Good evening, my beautiful friends, my beautiful by default golden souls. How are you tonight, my beautiful friends, and how was your day? Did you enjoy your day? Did you smile? Did you laugh? Did you do the things that you love to do? My beautiful friends, as you can see, I'm starting the live tonight with a to. Choice is symbol of victory and freedom for all of us that are mine and now speak of light with the spirit of thought by default. Well, it's a destructive energy for those souls. Summer for us is a blessing and a protection, and we are returning the karma's pain and suffering to those souls, summer, and while blessing ourselves and protecting, healing and rejuvenating and enlightening. Everything is by default. 24 with the spirit of thought. Peaceful in action, my golden soul, my golden manifold. So again, welcome to all of you, my beautiful friends, my beautiful golden souls, my beautiful by default, to all of you. Especially you that following me, that's working with me together on my language. And of course, you knew that I knew one. Thank you to all of you. I love you all. And of course, thank you, my beautiful friends. You are adding up to the like. You are part of something huge that you never can even imagine. This is happening once in the history of humanity, that we are separating Tzigi, Soulless, Sama, dark evil forces from the goodness, from the SOPHIE, from everything that's mine and ours, light. So which means we are destroying those Soulless, Sama, forever and ever, and setting up ourselves free forever and ever for eternity. So my beautiful friends, you need to know that those Soulless, Sama, have fallen down. You know that the pyramid of those Soulless, Sama, is being completely destroyed. It's fallen down completely. The parts of the pyramids now that are falling down, the collapsing, they've collapsed already. So now those parts that they've collapsed, now we are separating them, of course, and then actually separating. We are now doing the selection, destroying those souls, Sama, that were interfering into our life in whatever time, whatever form. They're wiping them out. We're taking the energy back that they were stealing from us, and then we are taking the energy and the power from them and returning them the karma's pain and suffering and placing them into the hell forever and ever for eternity. All those souls, Sama, whatever time, whatever form they are. While we are blessing each and every one of us and everything that is mine and us, because I'm light with the spirit of thought by default. It's all. So my beautiful friends, now it's a selections. Every day I'm working now on that to finish those soulless, Sama. Dark, dirty, psychopathic players. They've collapsed already. We won. We have the victory. We have the freedom and of course, peace, joy, bliss, and eternal life. But we now need to destroy all those soulless, Sama that still are trying to play the dark, dirty games. And there is no game anymore on this planet or anywhere else except on the desert planet that those soulless, Sama are going to play. They're going to play the game on the desert planet for eternity, that every second more thing that is eternity for them feel like the eternity for all those souls. So my beautiful friends, now we are separating those souls. We're taking the energy wherever those souls were infiltrated into a beautiful planet, water element, air element, the sun and the moon, and then of course humanity and everything, into everything that we have and everything that we were doing, into the government, religion, and all the corporations and everything, wherever they were infiltrated. Now we are that they were stealing the money, especially those money and the energy from us. The money is energy too, because they were stealing the money and of course corporations and everything, the wealth and abundance and prosperity from us, and then grabbing for themselves, and then of course trying to manipulate for the humanity. You know that they were working with that money that they were stealing from us. They were investing, they were using it for dark purpose. Now it's a time we're freezing all the corporations, all the all their finances, all their project that they were working on with any kind of selfish desire, with any kind of dark agenda against the humanity and each and everyone else and everything. We're destroying all those soulless Amma, freezing them completely, all those soulless Amma, their project, and wiping them out, all those soulless Amma from within and without on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default. So we are opening up new opportunities for all of us to shine all the way through with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. We're returning back to us the energy of mind and aspect of light that those souls have stolen from us. So they were doing that, especially those infiltrated into the religion, and through those laws, rules, and regulations that were implementing actually those from the religion and those so-called divine mothers or fathers or avatars or gurus or those so-called light workers or healers. They're the one that were stealing the energy from the humanity. And of course, they are the one that were infiltrated everywhere into the religion, into the governments and the systems and everywhere, and manipulating with the energy. With the ordinary people that didn't know, actually they didn't know what was going on in the physical form, but now everyone know because we're from the internal knowledge. People now know it from within because we are activating the wisdom, knowledge, and power, understanding on the spiritual level, on spiritual energetic level, which means that everyone knows now the truth internally. So now it's time to know it in the physical form too. So people are ready to accept the truth. The things that I was talking to people 10 years ago, that they couldn't accept it, but now it's time to accept it and to realize that those souls that we trust in, that we believe them, they were working against the humanity on a beautiful planet. They were saying one thing, doing completely opposite. So the lying and manipulating what people believe them. So because we believed in everything that we wanted to create, in everything that we are, that's mind and aspect of light, and we believed in the things that they were saying that they're gonna do, we are taking over all the energy from those souls, those souls, they're lying and manipulating, and now we're returning them the karmas, the pain, the suffering of the lies and manipulations and everything that they were doing with any kind of dark agenda behind our back, stealing the money from us, taxing everything, and of course manipulating with our energy. Now it's time, we are now taking that energy back, taking our power back, and then wiping out those soulless Amma. We are breaking them into the atoms and electrons into the air and compressing the karmas, pain, and suffering of all living beings that ever existed and that ever infiltrated into anyone's life, which means over and over again, we multiply all of that, and then return it back to those soulless Amma, compressing by the laws, rules, regulations, or by default, and then send them straight into the desert planet or into the hell to burn forever for eternity, to feel that pain and suffering, all of those souls, every time, whatever form they are, with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Ito. When I say Ito, that's God. It means that we are rejecting everything that those souls are projecting, that they were projecting will try to project towards each and everyone else, and everything that is less than mine and aspect of light, well, completely wiping them out, returning the karmas, pain, and suffering, and activating the projections into the karmas, pain, and suffering to all those souls, well, blessing, healing, and enlightening each and everyone else, and everything that is mine and aspect of light with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden body, for all of you. So now, my beautiful friends, last night as well, those souls completely capitulate and fall down. I've told you, capitulate, which means they fall down. So now it's just collecting the energy, and that's the end of those souls. So it's time for us to be free and live a life that we deserve. So now I'm activating all truth ultimatum all in one, the therapy of karma, pain, and suffering and destructions to all those souls, an eternal hell, an eternal they want eternal life, and eternal life with eternal hell and eternal destructions, pain, and suffering of all those souls, wherever time, whatever form they are with the spirit of thought by default. And we are completely wiping them out, completely activating all that pain and suffering and freezing them, completely taking over all the energy and all the material things and all the power with the spirit of thought by default, and abundance and prosperity taking from them, taking all the corporations and everything project that they were working on with any kind of selfish desire with the spirit of thought by default, while destroying those souls some from within and without on a global universal level, wiping out all their memory, shutting down their cameras, their senses, and completely freezing them and cutting them off completely, all the communications, and of course putting them into the sleep. All those souls, wherever time, whatever form they are, with the spirit of thought by default. And in the name of man and our spirit shall light with the spirit of thought by default, we are freezing all the technology and all the weapon that those souls were using or misusing with the spirit of thought by default, returning the karma, pain, and suffering to those souls. Some are freezing the weapon, and then souls some are destroying completely forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. And we send all souls into the hell to burn forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. All souls go to hell, go to hell, go to hell. All souls go to hell forever and ever for eternity. All souls burning in hell, burning in hell. All souls burning in hell forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought. Everything is by default, 24 by HEATRT, by default, by default, by default, with the spirit of thought. Peaceful in action by default. Mirni putem akcija by default, by default, by default, by default. So. My beautiful friends, I'm just now the other part is in my language. So it's time for the souls to return them the karma, pain, and suffering, destructions forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought. Well, it's time for us to shine all the way through with the spirit of thought by default. I'm sorry. And in the name of mind and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default, we multiply all of that over and over by the laws, rules, and regulations. So by default, with the spirit of thought by default, and multiply it as many times as is needed by all the principles and the systems and all the over and over again, the laws, rules, and regulations with the spirit of thought by default, by everything that multiply all the soulless sama with the spirit of thought by default, and actually compress all of that, break up all those soulless sama, multiply them over and over again, all through ultimatum, all in one, karma, pain, suffering, and destruction, soup of the karma, pain, suffering, and eternal destructions and eternal hell to regret forever and ever that they existed, all those soulless sama, and of course everything that we prescribe them with the spirit of thought by default to all those, and multiply, add up, compress, activate, and activate to all those soulless gods, soulless saints, soulless so-called divine mothers or fathers, so gurus, soulless creators, soulless judges, soulless self-interesting comedian and observers, Susie and Hitler, soulless Amrita Babaji, Mira Guruji, Matrashi, Tata Hitler, Atmechetane, Saint Ramchilovich, soulless so-called spiritual teachers or healers and Tzigi and Tzigika and all those soulless gods, soulless AMMAs, and all those Illuminati, Satanists, and globalists, and Masons, and demons, and fallen angels, and deep states, and cabal, and all those soulless AMMA on a global universal level. It doesn't matter under which name or mask they've been hidden. We are wiping them out completely from within and without on a global universal level with the spirit of thought, sending them straight into the hell, into the desert planet. But first, we are breaking them up into the atoms and electrons with the spirit of thought by default, and then sending them straight into the desert planet, into the hell. But then before that, we are filling them up with the pain and suffering, compressing them, the pain and suffering from all living, for all living beings, that from everyone and everything that felt since the beginning of creations up until now, and that they were planning to create with the speed of thought by default. So we are compressing all that pain and suffering to all those souls, I mean, every atom and electron of their being with the speed of thought by default, send it straight into this desert planet. We are remixing them and putting them into their physical form, sending straight into the desert planet to all those souls from within, without, on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Everything is by default. Ito. When I say Ito, I've told you it's mean rejecting the projections that those souls are trying to project towards me, and then projecting the thoughts and the vision and words. And just when I say Ito, means I'm rejecting all of that, turning back into the form of karma's pain and suffering to those souls. When you see me looking at that side, I created the hell for those souls into that way. So that's the way I'm pointing towards them, so that they know that all the karma's pain and suffering goes to them. Go to all those souls, and then of course we are destroying all those souls from within and without on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Ito. So now in the name of mind and aspect of light with the speed of thought by default, we multiply, add up, compress, and of course activate all that pain and suffering and destructions to all those souls from within and without on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default. And with the speed of thought by default, we are completely returning the karma's pain and suffering and forever and for eternity, all the souls, and multiply all of that by all the ceremony, all the rituals, all the associations or projections that they have created, projecting, will ever try to project towards each and everyone else and everything, any kind of black magic, curse, spell, hexes, voodoo, any kind of lies, manipulations, programming, any kind of code, and any kind of beliefs, superstitions, and everything that those souls were doing, creating, or ever projecting, or ever try to project towards each and everyone else, and everything is mine and us, because our light towards us and our souls, us and our soulmates, and families and friends, and everyone and everything that is mine and us, because our light, even towards those souls, towards everyone and everything that is by default, with any kind of selfish desire or anything. We are with the speed of thought by default. Wipe out all those souls from within and without on a global universal level, whatever time, whatever form they are, with the speed of thought by default. Wipe them out, burn them down to the core of their being. All those souls from within and without on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default. Send them straight into the desert planet, into the hell, to burn forever and for eternity with the speed of thought by default. All those souls from within and without with the speed of thought by default. And of course, when I repeat that, we're multiplying the karma's pain and suffering over and over again with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Well, we are rejuvenating, healing, and enlightening ourselves, our bodies, and each and everyone else and everything with this, that is mine and us, because of our light, with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. Now, in the name of mind and our spiritual light with the speed of thought by default, we are activating all through ultimatum all in one, the soup of blessings and eternal life, eternal abundance of prosperity, eternal peace, joy, bliss, wisdom, knowledge, power, understanding, youth and beauty, and abundance of prosperity for each and everyone else and everything, and all the gifts given freely to each and everyone else and everything is mine and our spiritual light. And of course, so that we are all, may we all be happy, joyful, peaceful, blissful, and love and be loved, and of course reunite each other. We are creating the unity between us and our soulmates and families and friends with the speed of thought by default. Everything is by default. Everything's in the name of mine and our spiritual light with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. So in the name of mind and now speak Shama light with the speed of thought by default. We multiply all of that by the laws, rules, regulations of by default, adding up, compressing, and of course, multiplying and activating the calm, pain, and suffering to those souls, some blessings to each and everyone else, and everything with the speed of thought. By default, flush come all those souls, some from within and without, on a global universal level, with the speed of thought. All through ultimatum, we are destroying those souls, some from within and without, on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default. Flush come all those souls, some from within and without, with the speed of thought, and taking completely removing them from taking all their power, wisdom, knowledge, power, understanding, and of course all the energy we are taking from them with the speed of thought, wiping out all those souls, some from within and without, on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default. While we are blessing, healing, and protecting each and everyone else and everything, blessing us and our families and friends and soulmates, creating the unity between us and our soulmates and each and everyone else and everything, and of course healing, protecting, rejuvenating ourselves, our bodies, protecting everything that we have, our homes, properties, cars, vehicles, business, and of course the mine and house project and our beautiful planet and water element and air element, our beautiful humanity and nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, animal kingdom, birds kingdom, fish kingdom, and all the planet, stars, and the galaxies throughout entire existence and the sun and the moon and everything that we have, that is everything that is mine and aspect of light. We are blessing, healing, and enlightening with the speed of thought by default. And we are blessing, healing, and enlightening. Actually, it's enlightening, and of course, the blessings are counting and multiplying and adding up the blessings to Sophie and Tristan Center, and then Sophia Tristan Center. Sophia Tristan Center is a Sophia Tristan Center, but we are a Sophia Tristan Center. I created a Sophia Tristan Center. There was a time when we created Sophie Tristan Center, which means that Sophie Tristan Center is a Sophia Tristan Center, even if it's not, it's the same mind and auspicious light, so energy source. So that's mean Sophie in physics. Sophia Tristan means me and Tristan into physical form, and Sophie Tristan into the spiritual form or energetic form. So everything is by default, everything is mind and auspicious light. So everything is all through ultimatum all in one, 24 with the speed of thought by default. So now we are protecting and of course blessing and multiplying and adding up the blessings to the Sophia Tristan. This planet has been renamed. Our beautiful planet has been renamed into Sophia Tristan planet, and this and Sophia Tristan's swimmer or universe or heaven. So swimmer is in my language. So now we are changing. So it's gonna change into physical form. It's gonna materialize well after our unity and our public appearance and everything, doing the work public with the speed of thought by default. And of course, with the speed of thought by default, we are now sending the love light of blessings and of course multiplying on that, adding and activating to the centers and the teams and the centers, systems and the teams that we created. Although those souls, some they're trying to manipulate with my language, they're trying to infiltrate or in any way interfere, I'm wiping them out from within and without on a global universal level. I wipe out all those souls, some from within and without on a global universal level. So we are destroying all those souls, some from within and without on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default. So we're wiping out all those souls, some from within and without on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So my beautiful friends, just when you see the shadow on the screen, that means that we are destroying those souls, some from within and without on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default. So now we are, of course, the souls, some are trying to manipulate with my thoughts or words. It's stopping them and wiping them out from within and without, chuck them out, and then completely break them into atoms and electrons, send them straight to the hell forever and ever for eternity to burn with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. So in the name of mine and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. And now we are blessing, of course, protecting, healing, and blessing, multiplying the blessings to all the centers, teams, and the systems that we created from mine and our spiritual light. Sophia Tristan Font, Sophia Font, I created them into the spiritual energetic form. And of course, they're going to be materialized when me and Tristan, after our unity, and of course, after when we start creating, when we start working in the public, on the public, and then bringing down those soulless AMMA from the power and destroying them. And of course, after that, we're going to take you. We're going to put all those project and the abundance and prosperity, everything those soulless AMMA were stealing from us into those funds. So and make it available to humanity with the spirit of thought by default. Everything is by default. Everything is all through ultimatum all in one, by the laws, rules, regulations are by default. And of course, everything is under the command and control of Sophie. Everything is loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now we are, of course, blessing and protecting the Jusara, quantum financial system, Starlink, material things in abundance and prosperity. That is material, all the balance and prosperity and all the technology that those soulless AMMA have stolen or hidden from us. We are taking it back from them and then make it available to humanity with the spirit of thought by default. We're destroying those soulless AMMA from within and without. We are protecting our beautiful souls and the corporations that they have and all the abundance and prosperity that we have with the spirit of thought by default. And in the name of mine and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default, we are now everything that is we need for me and Tristan and our families and each and everyone else that is mine and our spiritual light to be provided to do the public work, to shut down all those soulless AMMA, bring them down to justice, wipe them out from within and without on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default, and of course wipe out all the fake history, science, and all the divisions that they were creating between humanity and each and everyone and everything. We are completely wiping out and then creating the new history of humanity, writing it with the golden letters with the spirit of thought by default. And of course, those soulless AMMA, bringing them down to justice, and then of course, returning the karma, pain, and suffering, and then sending them flush comes soulless AMMA, which means destroying the soulless AMMA from within and without. All the soulless AMMA now that irritating me on my anywhere on my face and wherever I touch myself, between on the face, that is energetically those soulless AMMA trying to manipulate to in any way to interfere into my life and everything that I'm doing. So we are destroying those soulless AMMA with the spirit of thought by default, evolve, enlightening, healing ourselves and protecting ourselves and our families and friends and soulmate and each and every man and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. And we're sending extra ultimatum all in one love and blessings, and of course multiply it over and over again, multiply it and add up and compress wherever is needed. Wherever the soulless AMMA were interfering to us, wherever it's needed, soften us. And of course, we are sending extra ultimatum all in one. Blessings to the Sophie courts and that were on the mission or that are still on the mission to destroy the soulless AMMA with the spirit of thought by default. And all ultimatum all in one karma, pain, suffering to soulless Sophie and Tristan and all those soulless AMMA, all their forms, in every form, whatever time, whatever form they are, to burn them down to the core of their being, to the core of their existence, wipe them out from within and without with the spirit of thought by default. And those are all other forms that I was just mentioned, that I mentioned earlier. With the spirit of thought. In the physical form, there are soulless Amrita Babaji. Mira Guruji Metrashi Tata Hitler Atmechetana Hussein Amchilovich, and those other infiltrate into the religion or into the governments wherever they are. So they are the main ones. So they are their forms. So we are destroying them forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought. All those soulless AMMA, wherever time, whatever form they are, with the spirit of thought by default. And of course, we call them as well. All of them are under different names are known, but they are the same soulless AMMA. So in the name of mind and aspect of light with the speed of thought by default, we are wiping out those souls from within and without on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default, taking over all the abundance and prosperity, all the project and everything. But well, those souls, check them out. Send them straight into the desert planet forever and for eternity. I've told them before we check them out from the they have material things, abundance and prosperity from all the objects and everything that they must, from everywhere, wherever we are going to check them out from within and without on a global and universal level, they must clean up first before we send them into the hell. They must take all the clean up everything, so we return them the karma, pain, the suffering, from within and without on a global universal level. So I've told them those that before we do the mass global arrest. So we are doing on the physical form, we are doing it right now into the energetic form. When we arrest those souls into the energetic form, well, those souls physical forms are falling down. But those physical forms, wherever those souls, some of the buildings and everything that have corporations and everything, then must clean up everything. And then of course, so we are taking that. After that, we are whatever needs to be done, we are making it by default, which means we are adapting all of that and restructure whatever is need to be done in order to serve us, humanity, and our beautiful planet, and each and every one of is mine and ask me to show a light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So now, my beautiful friends, you need to know, we're taking all the technology from the SOULESS. I was talking about that in my language about the Elon Musk. I was just watching the short clip on the reel of Elon Musk saying that Elon Musk was fall down. I'm not sure what was, it was just the cause that they used. I'm not sure what they wanted to tell us. But anyway, I know that we are returning the karmas. I know what we know, what we want to be. It's not important what they're saying, but or doing, how much is important what we are saying or doing, and without what they've done or said. So, which means we are returning the karmas, pain, and suffering to all those souls. Someone bringing them down from the power, wiping them out from within or without on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. Love you. So my beautiful friends, I saw that Elon Musk, and you know that Elon Musk, through Elon Musk, we took the technology, all the AI technology. Elon Musk has got Tesla. All the Tesla technology is under the Elon Musk. So what is another question is, who is Elon Musk? Elon Musk is working with the Trump. He's in the Trump administrations. So I'm asking now, everyone, both sides now to explain to us who is Elon Musk, and of course who are those soulless Sama. Because what's going on, my beautiful friends? Elon Musk is working with Trump. Now it's in the Trump administrations, and you know that the Trump, I'm not sure you that are on the social media that following Trump, that following what's going on, that following the Q, that following the what's going on the social media. My beautiful friends, I'm not sure whether you notice that or not, that there are many, more Trumps, not only one Trump. There is a Trump with the gray hair, which means white hair is a Trump, and there is a Trump with the golden hair. So I'm not sure if there are Trump with the middle that is mixed. I'm not sure mixed up. But what's going on here, my beautiful friends? Trump that is gray, we took them over anyway. So the Trump that is with the white hair is, it used to be the clone of those soulless Sama. With the golden Trump is our Trump. We have a clone too, actually two clones, and then we have a Trump out into the physical form. So now, my beautiful friends, what's going on? So that you are on the social media that watching and follow what's going on, just look at the images of Trump. See, the one Trump is wearing red tie and the other one blue. And then, of course, there is a Trump that's wearing the yellow. So sometimes they're changing the color. So you need to know that there's not one Trump. You need to know that there are, that up until now, the way both sides were really interfering into the government, and those soulless AMMA were creating the clones, infiltrating, and then of course we had the two. So much going on now. One Trump, so the soulless AMMA were actually our Trump that's saying the soulless AMMA Trump that used to be, we took it over now, but still was interfering. So when our Trump brings some, the laws or anything, say the other Trump that is soulless AMMA, he goes contra, which means trying to oppose that. So sometimes people are confused, saying that Trump is changing the opinion. No, it's not Trump, man, and that is changing the opinion. Who is changing the opinion? The soulless AMMA. They're trying to manipulate with that. They're trying to turn the people against the Trump clone. That's what we're gonna do. Direct the energy, destructive energy, towards those soulless AMMA. To Trump clone, which means it's time to for the truth to get out. So the question is now, Elon Musk, whether he's working with the Trump clone, the soulless AMMA of the soulless AMMA, or with us. We've taken over through the Elon Musk. We've taken over all the technology, AI technology, and of course AI technology, and the Elon Musk as well, and of course the clones of those soulless AMMA that were infiltrated into the government with the speed of thought by default. And of course the energy behind that, all of the energy and abundance and prosperity and everything is mine, and aspect of our life with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So my beautiful friends, I've seen the Elon Musk. He was dancing with the AI girl, woman AI. So he was dancing with her. And then he was was changing the wife. I think he 3 wives here. So I think he has 6 children. But my beautiful friends, who are the children of those of Elon Musk? Are they AIs or are they natural children? That's the question. I saw the child AI that they were creating. So Elon Musk, the X, I'm not sure whether you know about that, X social media. So that's Elon Musk social media, and Elon Musk gave the name to the son X. So it's a 3 years old. It's a boy 3 years old, and is X, and the social media is X. So now, the 3, I think 3, some. On the clip says 3 years old. I'm not sure, but it's a little boy. So now, the question is it a little boy that is a natural, or is it a little boy of AI? So that's the question. So he's all the time taking him with him on the meetings or wherever he goes. I would love to believe that he's natural, child. And that is Elon Musk. We have Elon Musk natural mind and aspect of light. We've taken over, so he's on our side. But whether they have Elon Musk AI, of course, if they do so, we've taken them over as well. We've taken that technology over, and of course, wipe out all those soulless AMMA from within and without on a global, on universal level. I change the energy of AI. So we're gonna now adapt those technology that help and support the humanity on a beautiful planet. So I know one night we were doing that. The Elon Musk, I know that this in a human body, but the question is how many Elon Musk there are there? So that's the question. I know one night that we took the Elon Musk actually over to the side, to our side. Up until now, he was under the influence of those soulless AMMA, because he was the one who was sending the rock into the space, and then of course he was the one that was creating that space weapon, space program. So and he was the one that was not him, the Elon Musk that is in the physical form, but the soulless AMMA through him was saying that those soulless AMMA coming stormy days. So I'm just changing into telling the things into our advantage, into our, of course. so in our favor. So which means we took the Elon Musk. Elon Musk was saying that he's not interested into the politics. He just wanted to do what's good for humanity. He wants to develop the technology that is useful for humanity, good for humanity. And that's the Elon Musk that we took. We took other clones or AIs, but of course we're gonna change the energy and use them by default. So that's, my beautiful friends. People were not aware of the things that were going on, that those soulless Amma were manipulating with the energy, we're manipulating with a technology, with the clones and everything. We're trying to manipulate with the human race, but that's their agenda. But we've destroyed them completely, the agenda, and a new world order. We completely destroy all that. All those projects that we were working on, they're collapsing. We're taking, we're freezing them completely and taking the abundance and prosperity and all the projects and of course the energy of abundance and prosperity and of course abundance and prosperity money we are taking over from those soulless Ammas. So when we do so, they cannot do anything. They have no power. So we are bringing them down now and freezing them. Of course, I've told you, we are breaking them into the atoms and electrons into the air, and with the speed of thought by default, we are compressing the pain and suffering into every atom and electron of their being, and then after that putting them into their physical forms and sending them into the desert planet or into the hell forever and ever for eternity with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So that's what you need to understand, my beautiful friends. Don't just like and share everything that you see that seems to be like, wow, that's seems to be that you're informed, that you know what's going on. Don't like anything that is negative. Anything that has got any kind of negative message, don't like it. And what you're going to do, you just say, ito. Everything is by default. We're returning this flash comes soulless Amma, which means we are destroying those soulless Amma, returning the karmas, pain, and suffering to those soulless Amma with the speed of thought by default. Well, of course, protecting ourselves, healing, and taking the energy behind that. So, which means that all the energy that those soulless Amma were that we're investing to that, actually, that were stolen, that have stolen from humanity in any way, directly or indirectly. Should through those rituals that they were doing, or ceremony or any event. I saw the ceremony today. I've been talking about that in my language too, about the ceremony, about the Putin, that he was celebrating the Day of the Army or the military. So my beautiful friends, I just looked at clip and just set up the intention to take over the energy, because those soulless are fallen down. So all the army and all the police and military falling down too, because they've been created really from those soulless Amma to protect the soulless Amma and to create the problems in this planet, or into the the space weapon that they were inventing. And then of course we are completely freezing all those projects and taking the energy over. But now, because when I saw that the Putin was celebrating that day, of course, Day of the military. So I just set up the intention. We took the energy behind that, and of course all that, all the police and military and all the organizations, criminal organizations, wherever they are, like NATO AI, NATO, the soulless I'm trying to manipulate, and of course UN and EU. When I mention it, when I repeat it over and over again, I'm multiplying the karmas, pain, and suffering to those soulless Amma with the speed of thought by default, and of course multiplying the abundance of prosperity and all the energy that we're taking behind that they were using or misusing. So with the speed of thought by default, I'm loud and clear. So now with the speed of thought by default, we are destroying all those, the same like the EU. EU is criminal organizations like CIA, all the agencies, the soulless I'm trying to manipulate. I'm stopping the soulless I'm the influencer with the speed of thought by default. All the soulless I'm trying to manipulate with my language, and we're destroying them forever and ever for eternity with the speed of thought by default, sending them straight into the desert planet with the speed of thought by default. All those soulless I'm aware of whatever form they are with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. It's on. I'm just gonna send them flash. Let's just send the flash to those soulless Amma. because they're trying to manipulate with my words, send them a flash, which we see the flashing light into and around the entire planet, golden light. Everything is by default. Everything is by the laws, rules, and regulations, or by default. Everything is, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden benefit. Love you. So now, my beautiful friends, we send them a flash. We just send them there. See them breaking up into the atoms and electrons like the fireworks. So I've sent them calm, pain, suffering instructions, and break them into atoms and electrons and send them straight into the planet, into hell. All those souls, some from within and without, on a global universal level, whatever time, whatever form they are, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. Love you. We multiply all of that and encode in infinite as many times as is needed by the laws, rules, and regulations of by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. So now, my beautiful friends, which means we are, so now we are destroying the soul as summer from within and without. And of course, we are creating a better future for all of us, taking over all the corporations and everything from the soul as summer, and of course, investing them into our better future. Whatever needs to be done, everything is by default. And of course, we are creating a better future for all of us while destroying those soulless summer from within and without. Whatever time, whatever form they are, whatever that ever try to interfere, will ever try to interfere into our lives and in everything that we are doing. And with the speed of thought, we are wiping out those soulless summer from within and without on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Now, in the name of mind and aspect which are light with the speed of thought by default, we are now taking over all those soulless samas energy that they have stolen from us and the power, and wiping them out and returning the karmas, pain, and suffering with the speed of thought by default. And of course, my teams are forming on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default. And from into the physical, spiritual, and energetic form, we are creating everything from the heart and soul with the speed of thought without any selfish desire, and everything is by default. Creating new governments, new systems, and everything that we do, creating it by default, creating a new enlightened human race with the speed of thought by default, with all the wisdom, knowledge, power, and understanding of mind and aspect of our life with the speed of thought by default, and everything is by default. While destroying those souls, some from within and without on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now, in the name of mind and aspect of our light with the speed of thought by default. we are protecting ourselves and humanity. We're multiplying everything that is we're multiplying the karma's pain and suffering to those souls, well, blessing to each and everyone else, and everything with the spirit of thought by default. Everything is multiplied up, compressed, and activated by the laws, rules, regulations of by default in everything, and everything is under the command and control of SOPHIE Ito with the spirit of thought by default. And we're protecting each and every one of us that is mind and auspicious light by the mind and auspicious light, and all the mind and auspicious blessings and all the wisdom, knowledge, power, understanding by all the laws, rules, regulations of by default, and by all the technology available and all the resources available with the spirit of thought by default. We are using all the resources to destroy those souls, some from within and without, on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. And in the name of mine, and ask me, I could share a light for the spirit of thought by default. My beautiful friends, we are creating a better future for all of us, healing and enlightening ourselves, and of course, rejuvenating our bodies while destroying those souls, some from within and without, on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And of course, all of that is by the laws, rules, and regulations, or by default. Everything is under the command and control of SOPHIE. Everything is by default. Ultimatum, all in one. 24 with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Thank you. And multiply all of that over and over again, as many times as is needed by the laws, rules, and regulations, or by default with the spirit of thought. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Thank you to all those souls, some aware, every time, whatever form they are, with the spirit of thought by default. We are destroying those souls, some from within and without, on the global universal level, with the spirit of thought by default, and sending them straight into the desert planet, wherever time, whatever form they are, to burn forever and for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Of course, we are taking all the energy behind all the project, everything that I was working on since I started working into the on this global project. Of course, and even before that, since I came on this planet on physical form, we are taking all the energy behind that those souls somewhere creating or projecting or stealing in any way behind me and Tristan and our families, friends, and you and each and everyone else, and everyone's mind and else being light. In any way, or behind the project, everything that those souls somehow have ever stolen or created or generated, or in any way directly or indirectly stolen from us, or use it or polarize it for any kind of dark intention, or try to do so. We are taking all that energy back with the spirit of thought by default. In the name of mind and aspect of light, returning the karma's pain and suffering to those souls, some with the spirit of thought by default. And we multiply all of that and multiply that, compress and activate by all the principles, systems, and of course laws, rules, regulations of by default, by every code spoken, written, and of course coded. And every code is a principle, is a system, is a therapy. And by all the therapy, ultimate 124 with the spirit of thought by default, and it's a therapy. And so with the spirit of thought by default, we compress all of that in everything that we multiply it up and activate in everything that we multiply ever again, me and everyone else, and everyone and everything that did in every form, but the multiplying will multiply by everything, all the soulless summer and all the dark, dirty, psychopathic players, the dark, dirty game, and of course, and the energy that they've stolen from each and everyone and everything, and of course by everything and everyone and everything, Sophie, that is mine and aspect shall light with the spirit of thought by default. And of course we are compressing all of that and adding and multiplying and encoding infinite and returning the karma's pain and suffering to those souls summer with the spirit of thought, peacefully in action without mercy, peaceful in action, my golden soul, my golden by default, and everything is under command and control of Sophie. Everything is by default. Everything is ultimatum, all in one. 24 with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. So that's my beautiful friends. The project started. I've been talking about that. The project started in 2003. But I've started doing the research in 2005 to find out what's going on, why people are behaving the way they do, so why people were happy, actually, why they were smiling when somebody was going through the problems and suffering. So I couldn't understand that. I never accepted that. And of course, why people were prefer a fake smile instead of natural smile. I didn't accept that. So I started doing the research to find out the truth. And where I found out the truth, I just found it within myself, within my heart, nowhere else. So my beautiful friends, you listen to your heart and soul, and you will find everything that you need within. Of course, I'm giving you the information, and with that, through my voice, I'm activating the wisdom, knowledge, power, understanding within your heart and soul, within your soul, actually. So through your physical heart is a physical form of your soul, a physical form. It's a physical part of your physical form. So your soul is shining through your physical part, to your physical form. So which means I'm activating the power, wisdom, knowledge on your soul, on the spiritual level, and your soul is going to shine through you on the physical form. So you will know everything that you need to know, and you will be always in the right place at the right time with the spirit of thought by the form. In 2007, as I met the SOULESS, so-called divine mothers, so fathers, so avatars. So first time when I met SOULESS Amrita, I gave her first darshan instead her. So I didn't even know that those SOULESS that they've set up the intention that who gave the darshan to whom first. I went there thinking and believing that she was doing the good for humanity. And of course, I went there for a blessing, but of course, I gave her blessing. I gave her a blessing, and of course, returning the karma, being a suffering, taking the energy. After that, I got that information that it was that at that point of time, those SOULESS fall down. So completely enough to we won all those SOULESS. We have the victory, and we took over all the energy while all the SOULESS collapsed completely from in a physical, energetic form, whatever form they are, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. Love you. So that's my beautiful friends. After that, I've been going today, even to the seminars for 4, I think more actually, since 2017 until 2013. I was all the time going to those seminars, to all those spiritual so-called teachers and healers and events, and then of course, I was taking the energy from them because they were talking and saying the right word. But of course, by that I was taking the energy because I was working from my heart and soul, and those souls were lying. So the mind and aspect of light that is from them, within them on the mission, was of course talking everything that wanted to create, but those souls because they were they were into the SOULESS form, so they were of course taking over that, and of course changing into the different direction, trying to misuse the energy. But of course, because I was working from my heart and soul, even though that it was given the opportunities for them to lead the project, they never did so, because I led the project with mind and aspect of light, and of course that was leading me all the time, because I believed in trust. I trusted in myself, in my power, and of course I believed in that higher power that is within me. So that's how I managed to set myself and humanity free, and a beautiful planet, and each and every one has mind and aspect of light from all those souls. That's what we are doing right now. When you see the shadow on the screen, that means that those souls are falling down from within and without on a global universal level. They are fallen down already, the pyramid and all those. And now it's just those souls that were manipulated with the energy, and all those that are partaking into the project. So now it's the last cleaning of those souls with the spirit of thought by default, so that we can create a unity and between us and our soulmates and families and friends, and of course set up the humanity on a beautiful planet free and live a life that we truly deserve. with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. And I'm demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everyone and everything is mine, and asking to share a light with the speed of thought by default to answer on my call, on my command with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So my beautiful friends, so everything, every energy that I invested when I started working into a project in the live, doing the live. So first I was working in behind almost a year behind the cameras, you know, that you that were following me. I know that some of you are from with me since the beginning when I started since very first day. So thank you to all of you and all of you that joined me from the beginning. So thank you to all of you that following me that in my language and in English too. So you know that everything that we did, that was done, everything, you know, I was leading the project, even the DOS SOULESS, some of them manipulating with energy, trying to manipulate with energy. They were projecting their projections. Of course, they were projecting the thoughts, the words and everything. But what I did, of course, filtrated. I'm always, you know, accept everything and anything that is by default. I'm sorry, that is by default. Everything that is less than mine and auspicious light, I never accept it, even though the DOS SOULESS, some of it projecting that through my physical form, giving me the false informations, but I never accepted the false informations because I was searching for the truth all my life. And of course, I found the truth within me. And I'm the one that bringing the truth, is going to bring the truth to humanity. Up until now, whenever I ask for the, you know, for the truth, searching for the truth, the people were saying there is no truth. It's just lie and manipulations. Of course, there is no truth for those SOULESS AMMA because they got used to manipulate with the energy of lie. That's their base. That's what they were working on. But of course, there is a truth within each and every one of his mind and auspicious light, and that's truth I'm bringing back to humanity, and that's love and respect, man and auspicious light, respect and unity and joy, peace and bliss, and of course true man and auspicious light, that we will love each other freely without any reason. Well, those SOULESS AMMA had a fake love, so they will those SOULESS AMMA, even they don't really have a love, they have hate. But the love that was man and auspicious light, they were trying to actually doing the projecting the energy through the physical forms. They were projecting their selfish love, because they were doing everything just within with the desire to dominate or to but now they're dominating the karmas, pain and suffering and distractions, and of course popularity they got by the karmas, pain and suffering that they got with the speed of thought by default, and of course by the times, how many times you're going to flush them, destroy them, and send them into the dusty planet with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. So everything is by the laws, rules, and regulations, so by default, everything's with the speed of thought. Everything is all through ultimatum all in one. 24 with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So all those SOULESS AMMA that still want to play that dark, dirty games, they will have the chance to play it for eternity into the hell with the speed of thought by default. And of course, they're going to spend the karma's pain and suffering. We are now the end is we're putting the end of those SOULESS AMMA, the end of their dark, dirty games, and those so-called dark, dirty psychopathic players, and it's the end of them. And now it's clearance. We're gonna clear up our bodies, and of course, when my body is clear, everything is clear. When my body is clear, everything is clear. When our bodies are clear, everything is clear. And of course, mine and now's bodies are answering only on mine and ours, on Sophie's and ours, or Sophie's and ours, pure unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default. Everything is by default. Everything is under the command, the control of Sophie. Everything is all through ultimatum, all in one. 24 with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold of you. So, my beautiful friends, let us now send the flush to those souls. Someone send them the flash. See the flashing golden light into and around entire planet and entire universe. See that they're flashing. We're destroying those souls. That's destructive energy for those souls. Well, it's a blessing to each and everyone else and everything. Just see the flashing light. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. Love you. Now we are flashing the soul summer from within and without on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default. Let us send the flash. Now let us send them the fireworks. Into and around the entire planet. That energy is going to flow 24 with the spirit of thought by default. Loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. The golden lights and the light planets and golden light. It's a destructive energy for those souls. Some well, it's a blessings for each and everyone else, and everything's mine and aspects of light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. Now, my beautiful friends, let us send the flush to the solar summer. Let us destroy the center of the power. Center of the power of those solar summer. See them dark, which means that they black, dark pink, blue, and green. See them the center of the power, the center throughout the entire planet, throughout the entire universe. You see them like the fireworks during the for the new year. See them like that, just breaking up into the atoms and electrons, and then see them throughout the entire planet and entire universe. We're breaking, destroying all those soulless Sama that ever interfering, will ever try to interfere into our lives in any way, in a negative way, with any kind of selfish desire, any kind of dark intention. You just see those center of the power breaking up. All those soulless Sama, wherever they are, within, without, on a global universal level, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. Love you. So now in the name of mind and aspect of light with the speed of thought by default. We are replacing that energy with the energy shown mind and aspect of light. We are healing, rejuvenating, and enlightening ourselves with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Now in the name of mind and aspect of light with the speed of thought by default. We're now destroying all those solids and breaking them into atoms and electrons. Breaking them into the atoms and breaking them into the atoms and electrons, all those solids from within and without on the global universal level, and all those that interfere into a beautiful planet. Now we're destroying all those, everything is by default. We're destroying those solids now that we're interfering into a beautiful planet. I've told you, when you see the shadow on the screen, you know that those solids are falling down from within and without on a global universal level, wherever time, whatever form they are. We're breaking them up, completely destroying them, all those dark, dirty, psychopathic players, wherever time, whatever form they are, with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Now in the name of mind and aspect of light with the speed of thought by default, we're breaking all those solids, breaking them into atoms and electrons, all those solids that interfere into a beautiful planet and into the humanity and all living beings, or Earth completely, or beautiful planet, and or water element and air element, and the humanity and the nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, and into the air element, the sun and the moon, and into the entire existence. And all those, and even now we are breaking those solids, some of that interfering into everything that I'm talking about, into my mind and house project that I ever did doing so, will try to do so. We are breaking them into the atoms and electrons with the speed of thought by default. All those solids, some of every time, whatever form they are, with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. We are replacing all of that with mind and aspect of light and enlightening, healing each and everyone else and everything with the speed of thought by default. That is mind and aspect of light. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. And in the name of mind and aspect of light with the speed of thought by default. Now we are breaking, completely destroying, breaking to atoms and electrons, destroying all those solids that they interfere into all those solids, so-called gods, saints, soulless creators, soulless judges, soulless SOPHIE and Tristinko, and Amrita Babaji Mira Guruji Matrashi Tata HEATRT Mechatana Saint Ramtil with Soulless Mirianas and Observers and Tig and Tigika and Susie and HEATRT and all those soulless soulless gods, soulless saints, so-called soulless divine mothers or fathers or healers or teachers, whatever time, whatever form they are, we're breaking them into the atoms and electrons, all those Illuminati, Satanists and globalists and Masons and all those demons and all those fallen angels, it doesn't matter under which name, magicians, and all those soulless it doesn't matter under which name they are known or hidden, we are unmasked and we are breaking them into the atoms and electrons with the speed of thought by default. All the centers of power, and of course we are returning the karmas, pain and suffering, everything goes by the laws, rules, and regulations, so by default, and every code is a therapy, is a principle, and it's a system, and it's of course multiplying everything by default. And the karmas, pain and suffering to the soul is and destructions forever and ever for eternity with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear, and everything's by the laws, rules, and regulations, so by default, everything's under the command and control of Sophie, everything is. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default, love you. See them now breaking. Now in the name of mind and now speak light with the speed of thought by default. We are breaking up into the atoms and electrons, all those soulless AMMA that have interfered into the religion, into the governments, into the systems, educational system, health and care system, financial system, into the law enforcement, into the military and police, into the pharmacy, into the technology, into the all the systems that we created, and in all those criminal organizations and all those so-called humanitarian organizations, those that are fake humanitarian organizations like the Red Cross or Bill Gates Foundation and all those Warren Buffett and all Virgin and all those SOULESS and the corporations and organizations, and of course when showing all those SOULESS, wiping them down, all the SOULESS that interfere into our countries and into Balkan, into the Europe, and then of course into the Asia, into USA, into the Great Britain, into the Australia, New Zealand, Africa, India, into the Turkey, Russia, in all the country, Antarctic and underground, and of course, and throughout the entire planet, all the continents and all the countries, Canada and South and North Korea, and all other countries throughout the entire planet, and all the, of course, into the water element, all the places that those SOULESS were using and hiding from us, wherever time, whatever form they are, with the speed of thought by default. We are wiping out all those SOULESS from within and without on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default. Will destroy, completely destroying them forever and ever for eternity. And then, of course, breaking into atoms and electrons, and then send them into there, break them completely, and then compress them by the laws, rules, and regulations of by default. All the pain and suffering that those SOULESS have ever created from all those living beings from the beginning of creation that everyone felt, and that those SOULESS have ever infiltrated in anyone's life throughout entire existence with the speed of thought by default, and of course send them straight into the hell. Create them special remix and send them straight into hell to burn forever and ever for eternity with the speed of thought by default. All those SOULESS from within and without on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden beautiful, love you. So, in the name of mind and aspect of light with the speed of thought by default, we replace now all those, actually we destroy all the SOULESS infiltrated into Ukraine and Eastern Asia, all those countries with those SOULESS were manipulating with the energy, and of course creating the wars and destructions. We return it back to the SOULESS. That was the destructions of those SOULESS with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now, wherever those SOULESS we're creating, we're now actually returning them, destroying all those SOULESS that ever interfere in any natural, so-called natural. They're not natural in any. Those that manipulate with the weather, that we're controlling the weather and using the technology and any problems that they created on this planet and to humanity and each and everyone and everything throughout entire existence. We are multiplying the karmas, pain, and suffering to those SOULESS and break the SOULESS in, through, and around, and all those that were manipulating with the technology, with the weapon, with destroying those SOULESS and the energy of that with the speed of thought by default, and all the energy that's been polarized with any kind of dark intention against Sophie and everyone that's man and aspect of light on this planet throughout its existence. We destroy that energy too. The SOULESS with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold, love you. We're destroying the codes that are, of course, the energy taking your energy over, but the SOULESS the codes, we're destroying them, wiping them out from within and without on the global universal level with the speed of thought by default, while taking over the energy. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden beautiful, love you. So now, so now in the name of mind and now speak of light with the spirit of thought by default. We're replacing all of that with mind and now speak of light with the spirit of thought by default. And of course, enlightening, healing, rejuvenating everyone and everything's mind and now speak of light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold, love you. And I'm demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everyone and everything's mind and now speak of light with the spirit of thought by default to multiply all of that over and over again with the spirit of thought by default as many times as is needed in order to completely finish all those souls and destroy them forever and ever, completely from within and without on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default, and enlighten ourselves, heal and protect with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold, love you. Now, my beautiful friends, let that energy work constantly 24. Let us now focus on yourself, on your body. Again, we are destroying the souls from within and without. Actions is all the time going on. Wiping out those souls from within and without on a global universal level, enlightening ourselves. So now focus on yourself within and see the golden light within yourself. Fill up yourself from within and without with the golden light of mind. And now speak whichever light with the spirit of thought by default. And expand it. Fill the place where you are, an entire area, entire city, entire country, an entire world, an entire universe, an entire existence with mind and now speak whichever light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. Those soulless summers, everything is by default. Everything is by the laws, rules, regulations, so by default, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. I love you. Yeah. Is there anyone that doesn't know the laws, rules, regulations, so by default? Sophie, my golden soul, everything I am commanding and demanding to answer on my call, on my call and my command to do everything by default, by the laws, rules, regulations, by default. I love you. Now, my beautiful friends, let us send the love light. I'm listening what's going on. So you know that sometimes the soul is something from within. Action is going on. So I'm just listening what's going on. Of course, anytime when I repeat the words, that means I'm multiplying all over and over again. When I explain that again, I've been explaining it many times, and of course, that means that the karma's been suffering is multiplying to those souls, and of course to us a blessing. So, and those souls, whenever they're trying to put any kind of laws, rules, regulations, or any kind of to manipulate with that, or any kind of course, borders or anything that they're trying to manipulate or blackmail or in any way interfere into our privacy, into our identity. We are wiping them out together with all the all the interference and all the whatever projections there are, whatever form they are, with the speed of thought by default. Now I'm sending those souls straight into them, how burn them down to the core of their being. I'm putting in the circle of light all those souls, wherever that interfering into. Now I'm just listening to them, and they're trying energetically to influence me. So I'm just putting the circle of light, send them straight into the hell for eternity with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden beautiful, love you. Now, my beautiful friends, let us send the love of light, a blessing to the center of the earth. See the center of the earth, inside the earth. See it shining brightly. Now send the love of light, a blessing, fill up entire planet, inside it all, inside out, an entire water element. And together with all of us, let us fill up entire top of the earth, nature kingdom, and humanity and animal kingdom, and everything that exists there, element, an entire planet, an entire universe. We are filling up with the golden light of mind and now spiritual light for the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden beautiful, love you. Now, my beautiful friends, let us send the love, light, and blessings to the moon. Send the love, light, and blessings to the moon, and see the moon is shining brightly. And together with all of us, we are filling up entire planet and entire universe with the golden light of mind and spiritual light for the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden beautiful, love you. Now let us send the love, light, and blessings to the sun. See the sun is shining brightly. See the sun is shining brightly with the spirit of thought by default. And let us send the love, light, and blessing. Send the love, light, and blessing. Let us together fill up entire planet and entire universe with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden beautiful, love you. My beautiful friends, let us now create a golden light ball, a huge, actually golden planet in front of you. So now that's golden light planet. You just use it to throw all your problems and that you ever had, that you have, or your family or friends, or all the problems that you see in the world. You just use it and just put them in the circle of light. I'm going to show you how you're going to do that. In the name of mind and now spiritual light for the spirit of thought by default, we are putting in the circle of light all those soulless gods, soulless saint, soulless creators, so-called creators, soulless judges, soulless SOPHIE comedian and observers, Susie and Hitler, Tiggy and Tigika, soulless Samrita Babaji Mira Guruji Matashi Tata Hitler Atmechatana Hussein Ramchilovich, soulless courts, soulless Samas, soulless Illuminati, Satanists and globalists and Masons and all those cabal and deep states and demons and fallen angels, all those soulless Sama. It doesn't matter under which name or mask they've been hidden or known, we destroy them forever and ever for eternity. Put them in the circle of light, and in every form. We did that the same dark, dirty, psychopathic players, the same one, just under the different name or mask have been hidden or known. That the same one, the same soulless, the same dark, dirty, psychopathic players, the dark ones or dark forces or evil. It doesn't matter under which name you know them or them known or te hiding behind. That the same soulless so dark, dirty, psychopathic players. Now we are sending them, putting the circle of light, sending them into the golden light planets, or we're going to send them into the hell forever and ever. You may send the problems into the just send them into the light planet, golden light planet, and I'm going to now send those soulless into the hell to burn forever and ever. Actually, I send them first, put them into the air to break them into the atoms and electrons first, and then send them straight into the hell to burn forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought body form. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden body form. Love you. So, my beautiful friends, everything is by default. Those soulless trying to manipulate, but of course they cannot do so because I'm aware of everything. So whatever they're trying to do to manipulate the energy in any way, that they can't, because even if they try to do so, and the karma's been suffering, it's going to them all the time. It's multiplying and activating because I'm aware of everything. So when I'm aware, when you're aware of the things that's going on, no one can manipulate with your energy. The energy, all the energy must answer on my call, on my command, in physical, spiritual, and energetic form. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. And of course, my beautiful friends, you need to know that this energy is falling completely now. That energy is going 24 with the spirit of thought body form. Let us now say, fill entire planet with the golden light planet, interconnected. So fill entire inert like that, with the golden light planet interconnected, entire inert, Ito. And then, of course, water element, all the wells, rivers, and lakes, and oceans, seas, and oceans, fill them up with the golden lights planet, interconnected. And then, of course, top of the earth, nature kingdom, animal kingdom, humanity, all the objects, everything that exists on this planet, on the 3D. And then, of course, we fill all the dimensions. And then from the first up to the 7 dimensions, that's means we fill up the entire planet with the golden lights of man and Aspia light, and expand it and fill up entire existence with the golden lights, golden planets interconnected. Now see them now. I'll say I'm gonna multiply, activate, replicate, multiply, activate, replicate, and of course add up, multiply, replicate, and compress with the speed of, and activate with the speed of thought by default. See them now moving quickly, replicating, multiplying, and activating, and then united together into the golden light, into the spiritual intelligence with the speed of thought by default. It is mine and aspect of light with the speed of thought by default, filling up entire planet and entire existence, and with mine and aspect of light with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden beautiful. I love you. So thank you, Sophie. My golden soul, my golden beautiful. Now, my beautiful friend, just focus on yourself. I'm going to sing the healing mantra. Just listen what's going on within yourself. You need to know that those souls, whatever time, whatever form they're falling down, completely going straight into hell, into those planet forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought, body, fall. Well, we are healing and enlightening ourselves. We are stepping up, taking over our power, and of course, living a life for eternity with the spirit of thought by default, creating eternal peace and joy and bliss with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, my Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. By default, by default, by default, 24, by default, by default, by default. Everything is by default, 24, by default, by default, by default. With the spirit of thought, peaceful in action, by default, 24, by default, by default, by default. Everything is by default, 24, by default, by default, by default. With the spirit of thought, peaceful in action by default, mirnim putem akcija by default, by default, by default, by default. Everything is swayed 24 by default, by default, by default. All soulless summer 24 by default, by default, by default. With the spirit of thought, everything is by default 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything is swayed 24 by default, by default, by default. With the spirit of thought, peaceful in action by default, mirnim putem akcija by default, by default, by default, by default. Wherever we go, whatever we do, everything is by default, 24 by default, by default, by default. With the spirit of thought, peaceful in action by default, mirnim putem akcija by default, by default, by default, by default. Everything is swayed 24 by default, by default, by default. With the spirit of thought, peaceful in action by default. Everything is swayed 24 by default, by default, by default. We are safe and protected by your beautiful by default, 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything is swayed by default, 24 by default, by default, by default. With the spirit of thought, peaceful in action by default, mirnim putem akcija by default, by default, by default, by default. Everything is swayed 24 by default, by default, by default. With the spirit of thought, peaceful in action by default, mirnim putem akcija by default, by default, by default, by default. We are safe and protected and united together, and humanity is safe and protected and united together in the name of mine and now's pure unconditional love of light, love of light, love of light, in the name of mine and now's by default, with the spirit of thought, by default, by default, by default. Everything is swayed by default, 24 by default, by default, by default. With the spirit of thought, peaceful in action by default, mirnim putem akcija by default, by default, by default, by default. Everything is way 24 by HEATRT, by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. Mirni putem akcija by default, by default, by default, by default. So everything is way 24 by HEATRT, by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action. My golden soul, my golden by default. Mirni putem akcija by default. So, my beautiful friends, it's all. We're destroying the soul as some from within and without on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default. Well, of course, we are healing ourselves, protecting and rejuvenating, and of course, enlightening with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And everything is under the command, the control of Sophie. Everything is all ultimatum, all in one. Everything is 24 and encoded in infinite with the speed of thought by default. And everything is without mercy, we're destroying those souls, some with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Peaceful in action, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. And thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And thank you to all of you, my golden souls, my golden by defaults. I love you all. Thank you for joining me and helping us create a better future. And of course, create a new history of humanity, write a new history of humanity. And of course, be who we are, shine all the way through, and live a life that you deserve, really. That's what we are, my beautiful friends. That's what we are came for here in the physical form. We're incarnated to create a unity between us, all of us, and the mind and us, light in every form, and of course to wipe out all those souls from within and without on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default. And of course, my beautiful friends, to put the end of those souls into return or power back fully, completely, and be who we are, shine all the way through with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. Thank you to all of you, my beautiful friends. I love you all. I'm sending you much love and blessings, of course. And be who you are, shine all the way through. And you're always on the right place at the right time. So good night. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.